Okay, so we're looking at the morning session or the first session on Tuesday, the 24th of January. We have the long conditioning piece. So that's a bit of a common theme that we have on Tuesdays at the moment because the afternoon is going to be that big strength session. So the morning session is going to be more of a longer conditioning piece. And this week we have a little bit more of a higher intensity or a higher paced session. It saves for time, but I want you to hold back just a little bit so that when you finish this, yes, you're happy that you pushed hard all the way through, but you know, okay, I had extra in the tank on all the way through the movement. So not just on the last 2,000 meter row, you're holding back. I want you to hold back on the row, the middle run, and the final row. It's quite hard to hold back on double unders. You often only have one pace, but perhaps taking one or two breaks more than you usually would if you were trying to blast through this completely for time. And that's just to save a little bit more energy in the tank for the session later. So the initial 2,000 meter row, if you can open up somewhere around 5K pace, but probably a little bit slower. So that's quite a tough, but should be maintainable start for this workout. Going into your double unders and trying to get yourself up to 100 perhaps in one set, and then maybe two sets of 50. Rather than even if you can go 200 double unders unbroken, taking the extra break so that you can then just lower the heart rate a little bit and get onto the run. Hold around your 10K pace will be very good in the middle of this. 3.2 is a big chunk of running. If you were doing it for time, I think you would want to hold a little bit faster than 10K pace, but we're just going to dial that back a little bit. So your 10K, and this is treadmill pace we're talking about here. So if you have a different pace on the treadmill compared to a track, then make sure you're taking that into account. The second set of double unders, maybe you're getting through in sets of 50 on average. And then the second 2,000 meter row, you're probably looking at about 5 seconds, 3 to 5 seconds slower per 500 meters than your initial 500 meter row.